It's another beautiful day to be a Raider. Draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring the...
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, shit. Let me give you some simple directions, shall we? And everybody needs a good landmark, right? A good landmark? You're just down the street, past the house, with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, but most of all, he's a man of commerce. Assuming what you should, and he's gonna point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left, and then a right, and as you find yourself strolling down the street minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You're goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy lines. This is Raider Reaction, and how it was once upon a time, and how it will be once again on Wednesday nights. It's Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish as we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide. Now, we were having some technical difficulties getting Prime in the show earlier, so we did a little test on this thing. Everything was fine, but now it looks like we may be having some issues. So let me see if I can get Prime in here on video. If not, we will have him in on audio, old school style. Let me see if I can get him here. Prime, I don't see you in the audience. I know he's out there, but that's not. All right, we're gonna have to go old school. We gotta go old school here. But it's time for Ghost to the Post. We gotta drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide. And we can only do that with one person. Video, audio, however it must be. I guess it's gonna be audio tonight. We'll get it figured out. We had it figured out earlier. But Prime, What's up, Prime?
What up, Commish? I guess we're doing it old school.
We're doing it old school. We're doing how we got to do it, but we will do the damn thing regardless. So let's get right into it. And it's the beginning of the season tomorrow, Prime. We have football.
Fantasy football, or excuse me, not fantasy football, but just football eve. That's what it is.
It is football eve. I mean, it's the Texans and the Chiefs. It's obviously not for Raider fans. It's not a premier matchup, but it is what it is. It's still football. Most of us play fantasy football, so it's relevant. It's the kickoff of the season, man. I mean, we've been waiting a long time. There was no preseason this year, so it's kind of snuck up on us.
Yeah, man, it doesn't even feel real. Like, without the preseason and without the regular, like, all the news and stuff that comes out of camps and whatnot, man, all this year was like, okay, look, somebody's got corona and somebody got hurt, and that was it. And suddenly the games are real as of tomorrow.
Yeah, it was funny because I had a conversation with my son, and, he's like, are you doing a show tonight, Dad? And I'm like, well, yeah, the season starts tomorrow. And he's like, oh, it's just preseason. I was like, no, it's the season. I mean, he didn't even realize it. It's because, usually there's some hype around the house by now, and there's, it's been nothing, The August has just kind of slid by, and you're like, all right, here we are. It's football all of a sudden. And crept up on us, man. Crept up on us,
Prime. I'm ready.
Fuck, hell yeah, I'm ready. It's crazy. It's here. Shit. Hallelujah. Fuck, finally. It's my favorite season of the year. Football season. That's damn sure. So, tomorrow night, there will be fans in the stands. You're not going to see the kickoff of the 2020 NFL season, Prime, without fans in attendance. The big show is going to go off on Thursday night, and there's going to be fucking fans there attending, little queefs sprinkled about the stands in their little, Ronald McDonald outfits, cheering on their team. So
yes, I guess they're going to allow 16,000 fans. The crazy thing is the ticket prices for that football game, right?
That's
started
bullshit.
out at like $135 or something like that. You get a ticket for $135, but those same $135 tickets are now going for nearly $500.
I believe I seen a Sin Sister East sighting out there somewhere. A little thing he floated by. So yeah, I think it's straight bullshit, Prime. We've talked about it for a couple weeks. I think it's straight bullshit that you're gonna. Some owners came out in the best interest of their fan base and said, "No fans," i.e., the Raiders. Other fans have come out and said, or other owners have come out and said, the first couple weeks they're not doing it, first month, first home game, first whatever, and then you've got. I just don't think it's right. I think the other leagues have come out and they've made a fair playing field. For all teams. If one can't have something, the rest of them shouldn't be able to do it. I mean, for instance, Prime, let me throw out a for instance here for you. What happens in a game when you're the home team and there's problems with the headsets for the opposing team? What do, Prime? They take your fucking headset away, don't they?
Yeah, they take basically if one side, no matter if it's the home team or the away team, if there's a problem with one team's headset communication, then both teams lose that headset, basically privilege or whatever communication tool.
So to do what? To keep an even playing field at all times. It's always in everything's always been in the level of fairness, always, to make sure everything is always equal and on the up and up, always. So the fact that you're going to allow a team to have a clear home field advantage, because there's not going to be any opposing fans in those stands. That's going to be 16,000 Kansas City fans.
Well, and breaking news, Ohio is now going to allow a fraction of the fans in their games. So whole state of Ohio. So of course, they got what's that?
Oh, I just sighed at Ohio. You continue.
Yeah, Cleveland. Who else? They got Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals. They will have fans, at least a fraction of their fans allowed into their stadiums.
Well, they don't care about their fan bases. It's the Browns and Bengals fans. So they're like, fuck them.
Now, I know that, this is a Raider, related page and everything here, but I can't shit on the Browns like that because in all actuality, they've got.
I can shit on the Browns
really
twice.
It's one of the most historic franchises in NFL history.
They were. They were before they packed up their shit and left town, Prime. They were. Now they're a retread.
I don't know. A retread is, the Houston Texans. Where you take the Houston Oilers out of football, make them the Tennessee Titans, and then they're like, oh, well, let's do something in Houston again. Yeah, and the Houston Texans. That's a retread. The Browns, that's just a return. That's a comeback. That's like a sequel.
I don't know. But Prime, I mean, let's look at the real details of how they left. Modell basically left and said, I don't want the colors. I don't want the name. I don't want the fucking team. I don't want the logo. I don't want nothing to do with your trademark registered shit. Keep it. And he left and went and made a whole new everything. That's how much he didn't give a fuck about the Browns. So he just left that shit on the curb with a twist tie and a hefty bag and said,
dude, that's just one bad owner though. I mean,
but then he took it I would say that if he took it and they became like the fucking, the Buccaneers or something, or, the fucking Jaguars. But they went on and won Super Bowls and shit. So.
Yeah, that Joe Flacco Super Bowl. I don't want to talk about that. That was lame.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm just saying. So.
At the same time, it's like they did the same thing in Houston. They packed up. The Oilers were no more. I mean, the good old days of Houston were basically just wiped away. Because I tell you what, man, like way back in the day, Tecmo Bowl, man, the Houston Oilers with Warren Moon and
dude, I ain't gonna lie, I won't even front, Prime. I played as much with the Oilers in Tecmo Bowl as I did with the Raiders. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They were my second team on Tecmo Bowl. Because I loved, dude, they had that one play. They had like 2 plays that I had to eat a motherfucker up. They had the one play where the 4 guys went out and they like crossed as they went out. It was Haywood Jeffries and Drew Hill. Those guys were money. And the other 2 would cross, and it was Curtis Duncan and Ernest Givens. And those guys were money. Or you could throw it to Lorenzo White out of the backfield. Oh, it was amazing.
Now, mind you, there were only 4 plays, 2 running and 2 pass.
Or you could mix it up. You could pick. Because I would go in and we would edit that shit. When you start a season, you could pick which plays you wanted. Yeah, you only got 4, but you'd be amazed how much you could fuck with somebody with just them 4 plays, man.
No, hey, I'm not amazed at all, man. I used to run game on.
Tecmo Bowl, man. Oh, I'm telling you, I want to get a local Tecmo Bowl tournament going down where, like, once a month you just got together on a Saturday and just got as many fucking games as you could get, and then fucking, roll to the next month. I think it'd be fucking a blast, man.
Now, how the hell did we go to fans being at games and all the way to Tecmo Bowl? That's why it's going to the post, because we don't know what happened, but we just scored a touchdown, I think.
I don't know, man. We were completely off the fucking road, and let's get it back on the road. Let's thank our sponsors. RaiderNationStore.net and Modosports.com, MODO/sports.com. It's Violators Official Sports Apparel Company. Check that shit out. Check out RaiderNationStore.net. They've got the new Vegas patches for your jersey, all of that. Ralph's got all kinds of fire stuff for your 2020 Las Vegas Raiders season. So go check out both of those guys. They help us stock our official raffle, which, to get in the raffle, you got to be an official supporter. You got to be like one of these cool kids that got those supporter badges rolling by in the comments, man. If you ain't got one of those supporter badges and you're helping not support Raider Reaction, and what we do here, because I know you like watching the games. I know you're going to be up in our pirate pages watching fucking game streams this season. I know you are. So, if you like what we do, drop a little in the cup, man, and you will get a chance to win a bunch of prizes once a month in our Reaction Shop raffles as well. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. What else we got, Prime? YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
We got a new Facebook.
Archive shows we've ever done.
Yes,
it's got our early, like years ago shows.
Yeah, back before I had gray hair and shit.
What?
I was still bald though.
No, I still don't have gray hair.
But the beard wasn't quite as gray. I was still bald, so you're not gonna go back and see me with hair. Don't go back that far. That was pre-YouTube.
I didn't have a beard, so
yeah,
there we go.
That was pre-YouTube. And what else? Oh, and join the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire. Come to the dark side. It's real, it's raw, and uncensored, just like this fucking show. So you got somewhere to speak your mind, because I don't want you to have to be relegated to one of those bitch-ass Raider groups that somebody's always muting you or tapping you on the shoulder and saying you can't say that about the team that you pay your hard-earned fucking money to support. Fuck that, man. You should have somewhere to say whatever the hell you want about the team that you love and fucking breathe for, and that's what this group is for. The Raider Reaction Empire, the dark side. Join us. We've been waiting. We've been expecting you. Come on over. We got cookies and beer and,
cookies and beer. That's
bong
all you
rips.
need.
What more do you want? Cookies, beer, and bong rips waiting for you. Come on over.
All I have in this world is my balls and my words, and I don't break them for no one. You understand?
That's right.
That's right.
Moving on. Big injuries, Prime. Big injuries. A lot of the big players have started falling. And you know what was crazy is I see people in the groups and on the pages asking, what's with all these injuries? I don't know. Maybe the fact we had the most fucked up offseason in like the history of the NFL this season, and they didn't properly get stretched out. Usually major league pitchers work in an entire spring training and dial themselves up. You don't think quarterbacks and shit need to do that too? What the hell's wrong with people?
Well, I mean, usually when players skip training camp, they'll get into the regular season and they get those soft tissue injuries, tore something, sprained something, my hamstring, I got a hammy. Tell you what, man, I mean, hamstrings never go away. Like, once you get one, you're always prone to them. So, this year, you got no preseason games. You barely got to scrimmage or hit anybody in camp. So, yeah, there's going to be injuries, and already we've lost Von Miller for the rest of the season.
That was the last play of practice, man. The last play of practice on like some freak shit is like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was an ankle.
Yeah.
And apparently he wants to get a second opinion.
Well, of course he does. You know who wants a second opinion? You know who wants a second opinion, Prime? People that don't like the first opinion. Now, if he went and saw somebody and they were like, "Nah, you're good, go play," is he going to go talk to somebody else? No, you're going to want a second opinion then. You only want a second opinion if the first opinion is not what you wanted to hear. So that usually means you're fucked already. As soon as they say that, they're fucked. He's fucked.
Well, I mean, why does anyone get a second opinion? Usually because they get a diagnosis that they're not fond of, that they do not like, but they also feel like this could be wrong. Like maybe he could play. I mean...
Oh, no, hold on now. Now, I knew this was going to come up. I was waiting for it. There's the first sighting. Scott, you're the first sighting of the night. Earl Thomas, Prime. I told you this name would come up. Told you.
Yeah.
I told you. How long? 20 minutes. Took 20 minutes before somebody dropped Earl Thomas's name. I knew it was going to come up. The Smash Brothers is out there on the market. I mean, this isn't, how long ago was that Super Bowl, Prime? Good Lord. This isn't the Legion of Boom anymore, or Doom, or whatever.
Oh, no.
Good Lord. I mean, he just got cut from a team in training camp because he fucking jacked up another one of his teammates.
Man, I think team fights happen all the time, but I think there's something even more to that. Like, I don't know what has happened since he left Seattle, where when he was part of that Legion of Boom, all you heard was, like, rave reviews of Earl Thomas. And he was a stud, too, man. Like, he's a
At
really
one
good
point, so was Antonio Brown, like Big L said.
Whoa.
He was a
but
stud, too.
Antonio Brown. AB the second. Big L, you on something, man. Nah, man. There's no second AB. Antonio Brown he's a lunatic, man. That guy, as soon as he dyed his mustache blonde, I'm like, this guy's got problems.
That motherfucker's a clown. He done lost his damn mind. Lost his damn mind. And, well, Earl Thomas, I don't know. He's not worth the risk, man. He's old. He doesn't have much tread on the tires. Now he's getting baggage to bring in with. Fuck that. You don't need that. This is a young team that you're trying to build and gel with. You don't put that type of shit in it. No.
Yeah, and at the same time, the NFL, man, if you got talent, they'll overlook how crazy you are.
I gotta agree with Mark, man.
How problematic you are. Like, Earl Thomas, if he still had some good football left in him, there's no way in the world he would have been cut, because they don't do that, man.
You got Jonathan Abram. You got Jonathan Abram starting. You got Eric Harris, who like Mark said, he's been a dog, man. Eric Harris he's been named a captain of the Raiders. The last several seasons, he just keeps coming back. He's on the verge of you're talking about him on the bubble, and then all of a sudden he makes the team, and then now this year he got the C, and that's huge. And the fact you got Eric Harris and Abram probably starting, you got Levitt and Jeff Heath, who's coming over from the Cowboys behind. You've got, where the fuck does Earl Thomas fit in the mix? You gonna drop his old ass in there? We don't need him.
No, Earl Thomas does not fit with any healthy defensive backfield right now.
No, and you got
I'm not going to put him on the same level as AB, as Antonio Brown, but I think his time is up.
You got LaMarcus Joyner back there still, who fits in the safety mix as well. Amik Robertson might work in as well. Come on. Dumping him in this young Raider backfield that has the possibility to be dynamic and next level is just silly. It's just silly. No. Moving on. That one confuses me.
All right, fine. We'll move on, but, you say they have a chance to be dynamic, which means they have not necessarily been dynamic yet.
No,
and
true.
They could benefit from a veteran mind, just not Thomas's.
At the current time, his veteran mind is a little suspect. Is what I'm saying. If he was 5 years ago, maybe even 4, maybe even 3 years ago, Earl Thomas, I might be a little on different side of that, but he was slanging something. I agree, Brian. I think this team has it's got a possibility to be something. It's got a possibility.
All teams look good in training camp.
All teams are. Now, as one surprise injury that's popped up that better be on some of your fantasy football radars, and it was a sneaky one, man. I'm even local to the scene, and I didn't even hear anything about it, and all of a sudden today it pops up that Mike Evans has a hamstring issue, Prime, and that's a big fucking question mark right there. You've heard all this shit that I tell you what, are the Bucks the fucking 2020 Browns, the 2019 Browns, are that what they're doing to the 2020 Bucks? Because they've added everybody, and they've got all this hype, and now you're here right out of the gate. Mike Evans went out of the season last year for the Bucks with a hammy issue, and now he's coming into the season questionable. They don't even know if he's gonna fucking play this week now.
Wow, that reminds me of what I said earlier. Hamstrings, man. They stick with you. Once you get a hamstring pull, you are prone to hamstring pulls, man. And now Mike Evans is half the reason Tom Brady even is a Buccaneer.
Fuck yeah.
2,000-yard receivers down there and was like, and he's...
Now, don't get me wrong. Godwin's good, too.
Down here just like everybody else.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Godwin's good, too, but... there's a lot of other... But, yeah, he was the guy. He's one of the guys he came over for. And to hear that he's already... Man, fucking Hammy's hanging around for a while. So that's a big injury issue. And then the Raiders were dealing with injuries as well. They stuck Tanner Muse, rookie linebacker from Clemson. They sent him to IR. And then, of course, Marcus Mariota went to IR as well, Prime. So the rumors are that it was a pec issue. So that may have had something to do with the way he played, maybe, in camp.
Yeah, what I heard out of camp was his arm wasn't that impressive, but his legs still were. And that pectoral, if that is what the issue was, then in fact, yeah, that's going to affect the way you throw and all that stuff. I still think, and everybody here can call me crazy or whatever, but I still think Marcus Mariota is a more dynamic quarterback than Mr. Carr there. So, yeah.
Whoa.
You're driving a Toyota Camry with Derek Carr, and meanwhile, Marcus Mariota, that dude, what is he? He's like a Fiat or something. I don't know. He's got turbo. I don't know what he is, but he's not a Camry.
Oh my! He's a Fiat. You called him a Fiat?
I don't know. I was just trying to think of a car. I'm not a car guy, but I was trying to think of a car that's not. You don't see him all the time or something,
Yeah. Well, here's
the okay. A Lambo. He's not a Lambo.
Here's the only thing. Now, if you're going to break down the two of them, here's the one thing the one has and the other doesn't. Marcus Mariota has a.
All right, Nancy, I'll fight you. What up?
Throw down. Just get it.
Do the froggy jump. Let's do it.
Oh, sorry. I was getting ready. All right. I have seen Prime call a fight before. It'll get down.
Yeah.
Right in the dirt.
I don't just call him.
Hell yeah. We did full service. So it's going to be interesting. So Mariota's out. So with Mariota out, Prime, that shows Nathan Peterman. The Peterman has moved in to the backup position. Deshaun Kaiser has come back in the fold, and he's now in the practice squad to fill out the third. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was the starting quarterback the year that the Cleveland Browns went 0-16.
Yeah. Well, he was around for a minute last year, so he knows the system a little bit. So that's why they brought him back as an emergency. They called him off the couch. Like, hey, what are you doing? Get off that new Madden and why don't you come suit up? Because he wasn't doing nothing. That guy wasn't doing shit. So
Turn off his mic. I'm huffing corn. Come on, Big L.
huffing corn. Holy shit. Ethanol fumes. All right. As much as there were some big injuries, Prime, some big money's been getting thrown around this week as well here right before the start of the season to make some superstars happy, pet some egos on the way into the season, so you hopefully get that good mojo, good juju rolling into week 1. You saw some big coin drop for a corner. Jalen Ramsey has basically forced his way, the hell out of Jacksonville, and he wanted to go somewhere. Well, he ends up in LA. He's a Ram. $105 million.
Yeah. That's a going price for a shutdown corner right there.
I agree. I mean, you just start seeing these $100 million contracts, and we're just not used to it in the NFL like baseball. They just throw them fuckers around like it's nothing, like you're tossing out candy at a parade.
Oh, man.
It's
like
it's a little,
baseball, basketball.
Yeah.
All these, man, I wish I would have won the genetic lottery.
Yeah, no shit, man. My 5'11" and fucking 15, 16th ass just can't get it done.
Yep.
I ain't got the vertical, I ain't got the speed, I ain't got, nope.
Keith Lorenzo's on it, man. Clowney went to the Titans. I think he's getting about $15 million a year or something for 1 year.
Yeah, Clowney's going to the Titans. That makes the Titans a little interesting. The Titans are interesting this season because they did pony back up. They gave Derrick Henry some money. Tannehill's coming back. They were there last year, so I got them as a playoff team again. I think they'll probably be back in it again. Deshaun Watson, right before the big game here this week, he gets paid, Prime, $160 million. I agree, Mark. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Ramsey's worth the money, but that's the going rate. That's the thing is, that's what they cost. That's just like, I want a new car. Fucking, that's what they cost, man. You want a starting corner in the NFL? That's kind of somewhere up near the upper crust? That's what they cost. It's what it is.
Well, I mean, if you really want the big money, though, you got to be a pass rusher. But, I mean, for his career, the man's got 10 interceptions. Jalen Ramsey does. Since 2016.
Yeah, he doesn't suck. He's but
I guess think he's had more than one good year. I don't know if he's still the stud he was because nobody watches the Rams, but
this is true.
Other than that, I guess he must be because they're not going to give him that kind of money if he's not.
No. No, I don't think so. I agree, too. Now, what is this bullshit that Aaron Rodgers comes out, Prime, he thinks the Packers are flying under the radar. How the fuck do you fly under the radar when you're 13-3?
Man, Aaron Rodgers says, we're flying under the radar. That's only reason he's saying anything like that because a lot of the talking heads are picking the Minnesota Vikings to win the division. So, which didn't they last year? I don't know.
The Packers don't put any tools around Rodgers, and that's been the biggest. The Vikings are at least trying to put tools around Cousins.
Well, that's because Aaron Rodgers is a tool.
Well, yeah, he is a tool. That's why.
Yeah.
Hot chicks keep leaving his side left and right, man. He's doing something right.
We just glossed over that $160 million over the next 4 years for Deshaun Watson. When across the state in Dallas, that quarterback was begging for a deal like that. Dak Prescott's looking at Deshaun Watson like, damn, I got the
telling you, man,
Texas team on my back.
He slips up one fucking bit, and Andy Dalton's chomping on his ass, and the fucking Dallas fans will turn on his ass this season. I see that one coming. I see that one coming down the tracks, man. That one could be interesting right there.
I can't help but notice that Canyon Stone, you're the man, Canyon. But not here, man. Keep your divas. Nah, dude, I will take a diva at cornerback. Give me the next friggin' Deion Sanders, the biggest diva of them all. I don't care if he high steps every time he enters the end zone. Give me a stud like that could shut down half the field. If you do that, I don't care if you wear a feather boa on the field, man. You shut down half the field like Deion Sanders did, the biggest diva of them all, then you great.
Yeah, I'd take a gamble, but I've seen. I think you've seen the ceiling of what you're going to get at Jalen Ramsey. You're not going to get better than what he was. So I don't know, man. But I see what they're trying to do.
25 years old.
Now I saw somebody else throw it up there. What about the Cooper money? Amari Cooper, $100 million for fucking Amari Cooper. Get out of here, man. Yeah, I find that one hard. That's a tough pill for me to swallow. I mean, good for him. Cooper.
Well, I mean, the biggest, I think that was really that was a move they made to appease Dak Prescott, even though they didn't give Dak Prescott his money. He's on that franchise tag still.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And DeAndre Hopkins, Brian Sweet.
Yeah,
chimed
he
in.
did.
He got paid too. Jenga's. Why you gotta be
Damn.
Big L.
Big L.
You know what? We gotta do a 3-man weave sometime with Big L. I don't know if we can get 3 people on this motherfucker, but
we can get it down. I've been working on that. I think we need to get the roundtable show going. I think we can have like 4 or 5 of us.
Oh man, yeah.
We need to get down here for pregame coming up soon. Where are we at? Let's touch on some silver and black, Prime. Let's touch on some silver and black. We wanted to stop a second and pick our breakout player of the year for the silver and black. Your Las Vegas Raiders, inaugural season of the Las Vegas Raiders, your 2020 silver and black. Who's going to be the breakout player of the year? I'll let you go first, Prime. Who's going to be your breakout player of the year for the silver and black this season?
I think Waller's going to implant himself as the top 3 tight end in the league this year. It's going to be, I mean, they're going to talk about him in the same breath they talk about Travis Kelce, in the same breath they talk about George Kittle. They're going to be talking about Darren Waller. So I think he's going to be that breakout player. Reaction party, hell yeah, Nancy. I think he's going to be that breakout player this year. He had a pretty good season last year. He got on the map, but I think this year is really he's going to explode. So
I think you're right. I think that's part of the reason Witten was kept. Is that I think they want him to continue to mentor Waller. I think maybe they liked the way that relationship was developing in training camp. Because I thought Witten was going to get cut. I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought they brought him in as a mentor through training camp. But maybe that's going to continue. And I think that's good for Darren Waller. Oh, he's taken the steps to get right there at the door of being top tier, man. He can do it this year. I agree. I think he could be in the top 3, 4, 5 tight ends in the league easily this year if he continues the upward trend over the last couple seasons.
Whoa, Canyon Stone went hard. Talking about Sanders was a different breed. These entitled titty boppers these days can fuck off. All right, Canyon. We see where you stand here. You
all right.
These players that
Canyon with the gold star comment there. He's like, tell you what, in your face, sucker. That's right. I got my Farrell Disney on, man. I agree. I think he's gonna have a big season this year. But that's not my breakout player of the year. My breakout player of the year is on the other side of the ball, Prime. No, I'm not going offense. I think the defense of your Las Vegas Raiders could possibly be the biggest story of this season. I think you're going to have a nice little upturn on the offense, but I think the defense, you're going to start to see something that we've been waiting a long time for, and that's some corners that you're really going to play, and that's some linebacker. I think you're going to see a nice full gelling of a complete defense playing together this year, and you're going to finally see a little of that. And I think you're going to see Trayvon Mullen step up and be a number 1 elite corner for this team and possibly start to get your name tossed around in the league as, one of those types of corners. He stepped in at the second half of last season and made some amazing plays. Almost kind of got glossed over because the season started to go down the toilet about the time he started to shine. So, unfortunately, it kind of got glossed over. But those of us who watch coaches tape every fucking week, who watch every game regardless if we win or lose all the way to the end of the season, we saw the big turnaround in Trayvon Mullen. That's why he's the number one coming into this season. And I've got Trayvon Mullen picked for a pick six this Sunday, Prime. That was my prediction last night.
Ooh.
Pick six for Trayvon Mullen.
He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. It starts this week. I think Mullen has a big game this week against that wide receiver core. They're not strong, Prime. You have Robbie Anderson, fucking DJ Moore, and Samuel. Not strong.
Samuel?
Not strong. Yes.
The Clemson boys, though. No, but there are two things. There are two particular items, I believe, that held the Raiders back last year, and that give me a bit of, I hesitate a bit, when picking the Raiders right now. And one of those things is the defense. The defense last year, people were raving, it looks great on paper. And on paper, we can all look good.
Yeah.
But when it came down to the games, man, that defensive backfield, they looked young, they played young, they got beat like they were young. And then, so I guess I got to see what hits the field this year in a game situation. I can't just go off a training camp. But in the meantime, the other thing I think that gives me a little bit of hesitation towards the Raiders is I need Derek Carr to plant on that lead foot and drive the ball. If he cannot do that, then he's going to throw 5-yard dunks, and sure, he completed 70 yards of his passes, but he's catching check down. We don't need that in L.A. Not L.A., excuse me, Las Vegas.
LV.
I got my losses.
The LV.
I didn't even say we. I'm not, I'm everywhere. I'm part of all 32 teams except for 4 teams. I'm not part of Dallas or New England or Green Bay or Denver.
Prime's our resident sports guru.
Yeah. So So as soon as Derek Carr plants on that leg and drives that ball like he means it, like he did before the injury, then I'll be a believer when it comes to the Raiders. So.
Well, I like your optimism there, Brian. I just think Arnett's gonna have a tough time pulling one in with that fucking club he's got on one hand. That's my concern week one. I think
he's gonna have an OBJ one-handed interception.
It's possible. I mean, it's possible. I laid my predictions out last night, Prime. I got 28-10. 28-10 this week. That's where I'm at. I'm 28-10.
I got McCaffrey on my fantasy team, so it's going to be 28-20. But McCaffrey's getting 2 touchdowns. So.
Well, and I do believe you picked the Panthers. Am I right? You picked the Panthers. You picked the Panthers.
No, I picked the Panthers.
Yeah.
I must have been drinking or something.
Oh, are you picking the Raiders now? Did you flip flop on me?
No, I'm not going back on my own word there. Like I said, man, I want to jump on that. I'm not trying to jump on the Raider bandwagon, but I want to get behind the Raiders in that fact because they are a team that I particularly enjoy. Now, but they got to show me. I got to see it on the field. They got to show me.
I think this is a good matchup for week one, and I agree. This is a good matchup for week one. You have I think the defense. You're getting a team you're getting a quarterback in a new system. You get a new coach, new coaching staff. A lot of changes on offense. Yes, McCaffrey's dynamic, but you got to get him the ball, and it's a whole new scheme on offense. They got a very young defense. The defense is not projected to be that good this year. You're starting a rookie corner. The other corner on the other side is not spectacular and dynamic. He's just fast. He has a lot of trouble with the press coverage. So it's going to be interesting.
Hold on, not the Raiders? Aren't the Raiders starting a rookie corner?
They are starting a rookie corner. Absolutely.
Because you were just talking about that like it was a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing it out. The Raiders are also starting 2 rookie wide receivers at the 1 and 2. So, since Tyrell Williams is out for the rest of the season.
I think he's done a rookie for him before too long.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh, I don't think he comes back. If you bought a Tyrell Williams jersey, you should go ask for a refund for that bitch now if you got the receipt. Because he ain't wearing that. He ain't wearing silver and black again. He's paid all of his guaranteed money already. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of him. He'll be done. He's done. Absolutely done. All right. Let's check. Absolutely done. He won't be back. Where are we at here? Now, hold on. We'll stop just for a second. Take a brief pause. I'd like to thank our sponsors, RaiderNationStore.net, Moto/sports.com. Make sure you check those guys out. Of course, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and join the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire. Come to the dark side. Now, we've started back up the Reaction Shop raffles. We had one last Thursday. We had one the first Thursday in September. They're the first Thursday of every month, if you can't see the trend that's going on there. And we have them 12 times a year because there's 12 months in a year. Man, it's just how it all's working out that way, you see? Now, if you want to get in the Reaction Shop raffle, we give away a bunch of prizes on that first Thursday of the month. We go for about an hour, and we just give away a bunch of shit. Last time we gave away 20 different prize packs. RaiderNationStore.net, Motosports.com. We got other sponsors sending stuff in. I've got 2 or 3 more raffles already stocked. We gave away the Coors cans, Tim Brown game-worn jersey, Rookie Effects football card, T-shirts, stickers, poker chips, flags, face shields. We gave away all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in getting in on the Reaction Shop raffles and have a chance to win every single item on the first Thursday of every month, plus a bunch of other cool shit and perks you get as well, become an official supporter of Raider Reaction. You don't just want that top fan badge, man. You want that supporter badge. That puts you in the Dark Side Inner Circle. That gets you discounts in the Reaction Shop. But most of all, that for what it costs to be a supporter, which is just $4.99 a freaking month, you get in the Reaction Shop raffle and your ball is in the hopper for every single item. So you can win like a ton of times. There was a couple guys that won like 3 times. Whoever won the card, I forgot who won the card and the other autograph thing. Somebody won like 3 things, like 2 of the big prizes. And if you won that, fuck, that's like 3 years worth of what it costs to be a supporter. So you had a chance to win way more back than what you're paying to get in. So, but if you like what we do in the programming and Prime and myself and the rest of the hype team and Raider Ortiz and all of us.
They don't like me, Miz. They don't like me.
Oh, they love us all, Prime. It's all of us. We're one big fucking happy dysfunctional family. And
I'm like that cousin that people just stare at like, why the fuck is he here?
hey, fuck. If you stream the games, the post-game reactions, the halftime shows, we just want to be that side dish to your Raiders season. And we just ask for your support. Support Raider Reaction. Become an official supporter. Like Donnie, right there. See, Donnie knows what's up. Supporter.
You the man, Donnie.
He's +1.
You the man, Steven Lee.
I'm a +1. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. We got a lot planned for you this season, and we've got a lot planned to give away, too, man. The only way you can get a lot of this stuff and get in on a lot of the things we're going to be doing is being an official supporter. So don't miss out. It's the only way you can get the poker chips that we're giving out, the Las Vegas 2020 inaugural. These fuckers are nice, too, man. Prime's seen these. These are nice. We'll be giving those away, mind you, this weekend. On location, week 1, Raider Reaction will be on location week 1 in Charlotte. We will be storming around the fucking outside of that bitch. We can't get in, but we will be there.
Hey, don't forget, for all of you guys that play fantasy football,
yes,
tomorrow, an hour before kickoff, you're going to come with me to Prime's Fantasy Island.
Yes,
that's right.
the
We're
plan,
going to talk
boss.
about all things fantasy. I'm going to do whatever I can to help you score the most points so you can bring home a championship. I am not just some guy blowing smoke. I've won championships. I've won money. I've been
He's pretty
playing
good.
fantasy sports since I found the internet. Way back when. Oh, man.
Yes,
Before
Prime's
I knew what I was
Fantasy
doing.
Island. You heard it. You heard it. Tomorrow, an hour before kickoff, Prime's Fantasy Island goes live. Get all your last up-to-date fantasy football information, little gold nuggets straight from Prime's head. Right before the
Yep,
kickoff.
I got nuggets. I got nugs. I mean nuggets.
There's those two.
What up, Donnie? Thanks for the shout out. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate both you guys.
So that's tomorrow, and every Thursday night before kickoff, man. So right before your season starts, you're making that last minute. Do I start DJ Moore against the Raiders? No, because Trayvon Mullen's gonna eat that ass up. So no, you shouldn't start him. But if you do have Trayvon Mullen, like you're in the hardcore challenge, you start him. Maybe you should start that guy. Pick 6. I'm saying, I'm calling it, Prime. I got a pick 6 for Trayvon Mullen. I've got a touchdown pass from Derek Carr to Hunter Renfrow. I got Henry Ruggs III getting his first from Derek Carr. So 2 passes for a touchdown from Derek Carr. 1 to Ruggs, 1 to Renfrow, R&R. Jacobs is going to rush 1 in, and Trayvon Mullen's return 1 for pick 6. That's your 28-10. We'll allow 7 in the first half, 3 late in the game. 28-10, Raiders win. How do you join? Walter asks. Go to RaiderReaction.com/supporters to become an official supporter, or go to the top of the Facebook page, and there's a big blue button right there. It says become a supporter. Just click that button, man, and it'll lead the way. It's like a freaking yellow brick road right to the dark side, baby. And become an official supporter. RaiderReaction.com, go to the supporters tab, and it will tell you how to do everything. That's the best way. That's the best way.
And if you do that, Walter, I'll be like, you the man, Walter.
And yeah, and then you can get that kick-ass badge, Walter. Be a supporter like Big L and like everybody else.
Like Canyon. You the man, Canyon.
All the cool kids. You don't be like the cool kids.
Cool kids in the back of the bus.
I'm telling you what, man. Over the first 2 raffles, since we started the supporter raffles 6 weeks ago, we've given away a ton of stuff to our supporters. So the guys that are supporters, trust me, they're not leaving. And they're like, yeah, you guys don't join because it makes it easier for us to win because the numbers are down right now. So, but we want more of you. So, all right, what do we got, Prime? We're winding down here.
Hold on.
Well,
Someone wants to know if I got a midget.
A midget?
I do not have a midget in a tuxedo.
Who doesn't?
This week. But I should have my midget back by mid-season.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have a midget by mid-season. And we will all rub his head for luck as we win our fantasy weeks.
Dude, if you can get a real midget to come over.
I think we're supposed to say little people.
Little
Just
people?
midget. All right.
Or is it dwarf? Hobbit?
Hobbits.
Those are only midgets with hairy feet.
Yeah, hobbits are great. They got 2 breakfasts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, second breakfast, dude. Who the fuck doesn't want second breakfast? Fuck.
I don't know.
Shit, man. I want to live in a world that has second breakfast. That is,
Me, 3.
ah, damn. Second breakfast? Shit.
Tattoo.
And bong loads for dessert. That sounds like heaven. Oh, shit. Second breakfast. Fuck, I just want first breakfast.
I know. Yeah, if you become a Raider Reaction supporter, you can have second breakfast.
You damn right. Second breakfast. Frodo. Man, we are all over the road tonight, but that's all right.
Hey,
Thanks, bro.
That's just what happens
goes
sometimes.
to the post.
Deep behind the enemy lines. Deep league-wide. Letting it fly.
Wide.
Letting it fly. All right, Prime, we got one thing we got to touch on. It's a juicy nugget, and we saved this for last. Fox Sports Ultimate Fan Bracket, the NFL edition. And they came out, and I want to hit on some of these first round upsets here, because this is some horse shit. I look over here in the one bracket, and the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, the dark side, you know, the Raider Nation, the black hole, all that is, you know, the global fucking fan base goes up against the New Orleans Saints in round 1 of the Ultimate Fan Bracket NFL edition, and they lose to the Saints.
The Saints?
The Saints. How the fuck can you?
Bags over their head. They were so bad. Man, well, I guess a hurricane changes everything. Apparently.
I guess.
The who that? I don't know who that. What is
Oh,
it,
fuck
who
them,
that
man. After they're crying about that goddamn play a year or 2 ago and we stuck their ass back on the kiddie table, fuck them, man. We lose to them?
They
That's
got a rule change. That's some big. That's some big pants. They got big pants.
That's some big crying is what that is, Prime. That's some big ass crying. Fuck them. So we lose to them. And now get this. The Saints go on into the second round, Prime, and they face the Eagles, who knock off Tennessee in the first round, which I see that. The Eagles knock off Tennessee. But the Saints take down the Eagles, too.
How the Saints, the Eagles?
I'm like, you took down the Raiders and the Eagles?
Man, but they will literally
Get the fuck out of here.
They will light cars on fire if the Eagles lose in a playoff game.
They have the Saints in the Final Four, Prime.
It's not hyperbole. This is actual
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And get this.
Fans love the Eagles as much as anybody else in this league.
Then
for
they've
sure.
got 'em-
And definitely more than the damn Saints. I still can't get over the bags over their heads. I don't care what year it was.
Then they've got them going to the Final Four because in the next round they're beating the Seahawks and the 12th man in Seattle. Like, what kind of fan base do you think the Saints have? That's just the dumbest shit that I ever
This was a
fucking
Twitter
seen.
poll that was somehow only released in Louisiana.
I have no
and,
idea.
And upstate New York.
I mean, let's look at some of these others. They've got Tampa Bay against New England in the first round, and they got Tampa Bay winning. Tampa Bay doesn't have a fan base. Nobody buys tickets there. Are you kidding me? The Bucks, as much as I hate the Patriots, they've got a fan base. They're obnoxious,
Oh, yeah.
but come on. This is
Oh,
just...
man, every Patriot fan I know is a dick.
Yeah, they've got Minnesota and Chicago, division rivals, locked up in the first round. They've got Minnesota beating
We're not
Chicago.
just nationwide, we are international. I swear to anything you want to swear on. Friggin', you will find some dude in Tokyo rocking a Raiders jersey right now.
Oh, yeah. And he only paid $10 for that shit. And they got Minnesota beating Chicago, Prime, in the first round. The Vikings fan base over the Bears fan base? Come on.
Man,
No.
that's just ridiculous. The Windy City's chock full of Bears fans, man, and Bears fans, they travel.
Diehard Vikings fans? How many diehard Vikings fans does the average person know? I guarantee you know 2 or 3 obnoxious-ass Bears fans. Everybody does. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know how many obnoxious-ass fucking Vikings fans do you know? Really?
I mean, the Bears fans are kind of like Cub fans. There's Cub fans everywhere, too. I don't get it, but it's true.
Oh, Bears fans throw parades for fucking Super Bowls they had 30 years ago. So, ultimately, the winner, Prime, the winner of this fan bracket, the Bills. The Bills Mafia is the #1 fan base in the entire NFL by Fox Sports Ultimate Fan Bracket.
Man, that's some bullshit. No, I don't think that's correct at all, man. There's no way in the world.
I guess
the
slamming
Buffalo
your
Bills-
old lady through a table gets you the victory, Prime.
I guess that's it.
I guess that's
You
it.
Put people through tables. They put
Yeah.
the WF on the map, or the WF, whatever the wrestling. They started putting people through tables. That shit got popular. I guess you do that in Buffalo, you become one of the best fan bases in the country.
Walter Ross Sr.
History.
just got it done. See how quick and easy it is. You the man, Walter. You the man. Welcome. Welcome to the dark side. Oh, all right. See, now Walter's already in, so now on that first Thursday in October, he can be like, oh, shit, I just kick back and I'm going to win me something. So, there we go. Thank you, Walter. We appreciate it.
Take cash, Ronnie.
Horror clap. Hey, easy now. You simmer down over there.
Canyon's unruly tonight.
He is. He's into the moonshine.
Drinking that moonshine.
God damn it. You wait. We're gonna get to you, Canyon.
Stephen Lee, yeah, he's on a Raiders jersey in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
The
Well,
Philippines, this country, they all really appreciate Manny Pacquiao.
yes.
He was a boxer, and now I think he's like the king or something.
He's like the king. All solid ruler of all that is Philippines.
That is the Philippines.
And I will knock you out. As well.
Tennessee whiskey. You singing the song or you drinking the liquor there, Canyon?
Oh, man. Thank you all for joining us. Prime and I are back on Wednesday nights together. It goes to the post. We'll try to have him on the screen. We had him on the screen earlier, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like
I don't know what
Facebook
happened
is
either.
mean to me sometimes. They're
Yeah.
like, you can view this as who you are or who you sometimes are. And you got me.
that's all right. You know, actually, this worked out just goddamn fine. So if we had to do it, it is what it is. But it'll be Ghost of the Post every Wednesday. Maybe you may see Prime, you might not, but he'll be here.
But you'll see me tomorrow, an hour before game
That's
time,
right.
with all your fantasy nuggets.
Fantasy Island. Prime's Fantasy Island. tomorrow.
Yes.
And yes, don't miss out. Oh, that's 2, you some bitch. I seen it. I see it. That's 2. Make me stab you in the eye, Big L. Thank you for joining us as always, man. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Everybody loves a good Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Join the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire. Come to the dark side. Follow Reaction Sports. It's just like this, except it's all sports. Spin for distance. Fucking cricket. Dodgeball. Disc golf. Topless volleyball. All of that.
I'm a voodoo child, voodoo child, voodoo child.
Break out the voodoo child. What are you talking about?
No, he said voodoo doll. Never mind.
Oh, the voodoo doll, voodoo child, voodoo doll. We gotta do something about the voodoo doll because it didn't work last year. We gotta put some wiggy voodoo on it or something. We gotta get shit fixed because man, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. So thank you all for joining us as always. Remember, tomorrow night, an hour before kickoff, every Thursday night from now on, it's Prime's Fantasy Island. Get all your nuggets right before kickoff from the Raider Reaction resident sports guru. Don't miss out. Until.
You man, Donnie.
Until next time, we're out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.